Government doesn't work for me unless it works for everybody. Whether we tax everybody in order to serve a select few, or whether we tax a select few in order to serve everybody, the days of City Hall policies that redistribute wealth have got to end. I want to see a Long Beach that treats all of its citizens equally with respect and dignity, and lets free market forces and the will of the people define our future. We can do better. So I've witnessed the squandered opportunities of downtown for 4 decades. Long Beach should be a shining example of self-sufficiency, not a beggar asking for more operating funds. We should be an influencer of state and federal policy, not a victim. We should have a beautiful coastline and wetlands, not toxic beaches that are too often closed to swimmers. We can do better. Times are tough right now, and they're getting tougher. So the city has to cut back on expenses until we can learn to generate more revenue. We all have to do it at home and at work, at all levels of government. We need to demand that the city examine all expenditures that aren't absolutely essential. The financial crisis calls for labor unions to give a little and share the pain with the rest of us. The unions are there to fight for fair treatment, not to create a financially elite class of citizen. We pay city employees high salaries and good benefits, while the rest of us live month to month, not having any job security or knowing if we will be able to stay in our homes. 1 in 10 city staff members makes over $100,000 a year, and 1 in 7 makes over $90,000. It's that kind of selfish and irresponsible mismanagement of our money that leads to broken down streets and dirty beaches, because City Hall claims they don't have enough resources to get their jobs done. We can do better. City Hall has consistently wasted money on overpriced consultants and bad choices. For example, investing $20 million in Lehman Brothers 12 days before they went bankrupt, increasing salaries, pensions, and benefits for city employees while they ignore our decrepit streets and sidewalks, hiring contractors from outside Long Beach when they should be hiring from the community. We all know there are plenty more examples of bad decisions by City Hall, and every bad financial decision means more obligations and fewer services for the good citizens of the First District. We can do better. When I'm your councilman, we will do better. Yeah. We need to reprioritize our city budget to pay for the things that are important to us, not the self-serving bureaucrats at City Hall. We need to create policy that puts our health, safety, and infrastructure above government salaries and pensions. We are what we eat. We're surrounded by prepackaged, genetically modified corporate food substitutes on the shelves of our corner convenience markets. And humans evolved with our food, so it's time to reconnect with fresh produce and medicinal herbs that contribute to our wellness. We need quality food vendors in this district, like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods markets, and more farmers markets. With a nutritious diet and traditional natural remedies, maybe children in the First District can avoid inhalers. City government can play a key role in nutrition education, which will in turn reduce healthcare costs, improve learning, lower crime, and increase workforce productivity. We're blessed that our port operations serve the nation, provide lots of local jobs, and fund programs that benefit the city. However, we can't ignore the fact that the particulates in the air we breathe make us sick. Port profits must continue to be reinvested in containing and cleaning up the environmental damage that results from their operations. After all, it's the First District that feels it the most. So we need to remind our port officials and city leaders that the Port of Long Beach must answer to the people of Long Beach, and especially the people of the First District. We can do better. If you want to create a tremendous opportunity for better nutrition and a way to reduce youth-related crime, then join me in setting up community gardens in every school and neighborhood open space. There's no better time to talk with our youth than when we're down on our knees with them, tending and enjoying a fresh food garden. Mentoring our neighborhood children can make a huge difference in their motivation for further education and helps keep them out of gangs. There are many public-private partnerships that we can use as a model for this, and I will encourage these programs in the 1st District to address crime at its root. We can do better. There are numerous opportunities for commercial and retail success in the 1st District if we can only get the neighbors together with the landlords, the investors, and local government to work towards serving the needs of the neighborhoods. But then, and this is key, government needs to step back and let these people do their thing. The campaign is focused on bringing about a mandate from the people, not an endorsement from the establishment. I think we get into trouble when one group of people tries to decide what's right for another group of people. The solutions need to come up from the bottom, not down from the top, and certainly not in from our blind side. Our success as a society comes directly from our personal everyday choices. It makes an enormous difference to our health whether we choose to eat an apple or a candy bar. And it will make an enormous difference to the health of the city when you choose to vote for me on April 7th. In my many years as a product manager in manufacturing companies, I applied lean manufacturing techniques and Six Sigma process controls to improve efficiency, flexibility, and customer service. I will do the same to streamline our city bureaucracy. Leadership is also a lot like improvised jazz. You have a framework, you know where you want to go, but along the way you listen and you adjust. Combine your creative elements with those around you, and you create something special that's better than the sum of the parts. I will do the same to improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods. My vision for the district is one of good jobs and good health, where crime would barely exist because our citizens are free to live a happy, healthy, prosperous, fulfilled life, free to pursue our spirituality and share in our rich diversity. Decisions made in City Hall should lead towards that vision of community. Decisions made in City Hall should lead towards a beautiful coastline and as much healthy, natural, nourishing green space as we can squeeze into our concrete jungle by the sea. I'm not a government insider. I'm a Long Beach insider with the training and experience to represent you well. I will listen to my community and make good decisions in City Hall. I will work to the benefit of all Long Beach while I fight for a better quality of life in the 1st District. We will do better. Rock the 1st! Yeah.